Gentlemen, dear friends and colleagues, I'm so delighted to be here and meet in person at this great conference after 2 years, almost 2 years of COVID restrictions. Not only that, but this year my colleague at the representation and I thought it was necessary to hold this reception together to celebrate a relation between the Kurds and Labour Party. I'm honored to see my good friend here, and it is a privilege to have Shadow Minister Wayne David, our good friend, who is with us here today to say a few words. The relation between the Kurds and United Kingdom is historic and deep-rooted. The United Kingdom has supported and helped the Kurdistan region and its people on many occasions, some of which when the Labour Party was in government. Labour MPs have constantly been strong supporters of the Kurds and the Kurdistan region from the time of absolute need, particularly when Anne Cloyd, former MP, our good friend, was on Iranian border during the mass Kurdish exodus, reporting on the atrocities that the Kurds endured. The British government then took the decisive initiative in proposing no-fly zone, the safe haven that saved the Kurds from tyranny. Subsequently, democratic institutions were established in Kurdistan region. Ever since, the Kurdistan region has become a success story of liberal intervention. Now we are proud there is an active all-party parliamentary group on Kurdistan region from cross parties. Many Labour MPs have joined the all-party parliamentary group on the Kurdistan region friendship. They have been playing an instrumental role in advancing the relationship between Kurdistan and Britain. However, we need to see more engagement from the Labour Party and find more robust and more explicit position towards the Kurdistan region of Iraq, the Kurds and their rights. At a time when there are renewed threats on global scale, supporting the Kurdistan region of Iraq on its journey towards sustainable stability and security would be beneficial for us all. The other point I would like to make is that there has been a sharp rise in support of Labour among the Kurdish diaspora. And this is another factor for further strengthening the relationship between the Kurds and Labour Party. Last week, we had the President of Kurdistan region in London on an official visit. He was hosted for a high-profile meeting to discuss shared plans for an even closer future partnership with the United Kingdom. This visit was an exciting moment of the Kurdistan region of Iraq, United Kingdom relationship, and demonstrated shared plans to deepening the enduring relationship between the UK and the Kurdistan region. We welcome the United Kingdom's long-standing position on supporting the strength and the resilience of our region from all sides. We are looking forward to standing side by side and tackling new and increasing threats, which is vital for our shared security. During the official meeting, I had the honor of hosting a dinner for all-party parliamentary group on Kurdistan region, honoring the visit of President of Kurdistan region, where we exchanged constructive discussion on bolstering bilateral relations and identifying additional scope for new strategic partnership between the United Kingdom and the Kurdistan region. I was delighted to have Shadow Minister as one of our guests of honor. To achieve strong and solid tie, we need continuous support from the cross parties. We are keen to expand our relationship with parties here in the United Kingdom. As the Kurdistan Regional Government High Representative to the United Kingdom, I place significant importance on attending the party conferences every year, observe its proceeding, meet new and old friends, and talk with diplomats from many countries. The party conference is an opportunity to understand their vision and discuss bilateral relations and deepening our ties on many fronts. Maintaining links with their political parties is very important in sustaining a deep and broad engagement with MPs and activists. I'm pleased to say that there is considerable interest in the fortune of the Kurdistan region across the political spectrum, and our work stresses the importance of the dynamic link with the UK that is so dear to the people and leader of Kurdistan region. Once again, thank you all for attending the first Kurdish Labour Friendship reception. I would like to announce that we will be making this reception an annual event at the Labour Party conference every year. Now I would like to hand you over to my good friend Wayne David to say a few words. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much indeed, and it's wonderful to see this reception taking place, and we have a commitment to make sure that this is not just a one-off reception, but it'll be taking place every year. I'm delighted to be here, and I was especially pleased that in your introduction you mentioned the former Member of Parliament, Anne Cloyd, because Anne Cloyd is a South Wales member, and she was a steadfast supporter of Kurdistan for many, many years. And although she's retired from Parliament, nevertheless I still keep in contact with her, and I'll be meeting her in a couple of weeks' time and telling her about the excellent reception which is being held tonight and the excellent work which you are doing, sir. It's a pleasure to be here, but I have to say I was slightly concerned because I saw one of the flyers the other day, and it said a reception being hosted by Wayne David. Well, I'm slightly concerned about that because it's a very, very expensive room, and I'm afraid I'm going to get the bill at the end of it. But I've been assured that's not the case. You can drink as much as wine as you like and eat as much as you want to. But I'm pleased to be here because, as has been said, it is absolutely essential that we recognise that the Labour Party is an internationalist party. Internationalism is fundamental to our belief and creed of democratic socialism, and this is an important manifestation of that. And I think that one of our political priorities over the next few years must be to develop our international links, but to develop our links in particular with the Kurdistan region. And that is a commitment that we as a Labour Party will give to you tonight. It's important that our links are developed as far as politics is concerned, the economy, society, education and culture. And it's wonderful to see not only this reception taking place, but there's such a large delegation from the KRG here at Party Conference. And I thank you for that more than a gesture, but meaningful engagement that is taking place. It's to be welcomed very much indeed. As has been mentioned, we were pleased that the president of KRG came to London only a few weeks ago, on the 15th of September. Delighted to meet him, and we had a very positive and constructive discussion. I was also very pleased that he's able to meet the new British Foreign Secretary, Liz Truss. And I'm sure she will not forget that meeting, because it's one of the first meetings that she had as a new Foreign Secretary, and you were lucky to get it in when you did, and I'm sure you made your points about the relationship between Britain and Kurdistan very, very well indeed. Could I also say that much of our relationship is based on friendship, and friendship is extremely important because from friendship emanates so many other good and positive things. And I think in many ways that developing friendship is personified by one individual I know very well, which you know as well, and that is Mr. Bill Rammell. Probably you don't know Bill Rammell, but he went to Cardiff University, same as I did. I was there at the same time as him, in fact. And Bill was a very distinguished member of the Labour government of the past. And he was the Minister for the Middle East and North Africa, and also then later Minister for Higher Education. And he was very distinguished and well respected. And I'm delighted that Bill Rammell is now the President of the University of Kurdistan, Ebra. One of the most distinguished universities in Kurdistan, and I'm sure that is more than a symbol of our enduring and developing relationship personified by that one individual. So thank you all very much indeed for coming along this evening. I'm sure that we will all mingle and exchange and make sure our friendship is not just a one-off occasion, but it extends well beyond today and this conference, and we take it back to our communities and we make sure that relationship is ongoing and ever deepening. Thank you very much indeed.